Secondary to Islam.
Jung is saying man is mostly unconscious for most of his day, and until he can make that unconscious part of himself become conscious, it will direct his life and he will call it fate. That's what he's saying. It's a lot deeper than you think. And
Wait,
I'm not
explain that again. Explain that again.
Basically, if a man has this unconscious drive in him that pushes him to do stuff, he doesn't understand why he does it, right? And you like to rationalize it, but no one can see behind them. No one can see the shadow. And until you make that part of yourself conscious, that part, that whatever's inside of you will push you to do things that you'll just say is fate, that the events that just happen. And it's scary to admit, because then you have to admit that you're not controlling the wheel. You're not in control of the wheel. One day you'll wake up, I need to go to the gym because you don't know why, but you have to go to the gym, whether it's a positive or a negative thing. Maybe you blow off chilling with a friend and you ruin that friendship for the gym because of some deeper insecurity or whatever. But the whole thing that you get into here is deeper thinking, where it's like, wait a minute, I know Sneeko, but Sneeko don't know himself. Like, what is behind Sneeko? What is behind Zherka? If you don't unravel this, you spiral out of control and kill yourself.
Okay, here's the most...
That answer is so hard, because once you're in that state, I get it, you're frozen, but this is going to sound so gay, and there's so many people who have taken a photo with me in public and have seen me do this. You need a ritualistic walk to kill brain fog. And I mean like a 2-hour walk a day. Music or no music, at the end of the walk, your thoughts start flowing again. Do not think you could just stay at home, bro. I don't care if it's snowing outside, you need that walk. There's something, it cannot be a workout. Workout's something else. Because workout sometimes can make you like, you go there to kill brain fog and you get way too exhausted. And I'm saying it has to be oxidative pathway, a cardio kind of remedy. Because especially in alchemy, the more you heat something up in degrees, the more you can change its state. That means, yeah, you have to sweat on that walk. This is what alchemy is. If you go for a 2-hour walk, hike, when you're sweating, you're heating up the organism, you're changing states. The brain fog starts leaving, and if you don't have an answer at the end of that walk, you didn't linger in the feeling enough. So when I go on a walk, I go, all right, I'm a millionaire.
You know, some Mr. Beast comes up with ideas too.
Really?
Yeah, he goes on every morning. He goes on a walk.
Yeah, man, these are ancient practices.
Every morning he goes on a walk. He listens to an audiobook.
This shit.
Audiobooks and walks like first thing in the morning. That's
yeah, I'll do an hour audiobook and then 2 hours because I just love music and stuff. But if in my walk I don't feel Sneeko laughing next to me, telling me how much money we're making, if that image is not there and it's just me, immediately I start panicking, which you're not supposed to. But you're supposed to have that walk like it's the good news walk. Your mom FaceTimed you, everyone's healthy, Sneeko's telling you you're making a lot of money, stuff like that. That's how you want to have, that's the seeds you want to water. And look for the emotion. So if I have that visualization with Sneeko giving me the good news, but there's no emotion, you're not watering the seed. It's just a dead seed. But if there's emotion, which is so easy to have, if Myron or Sneeko texts me, it's like a jump in, your life changed with these guys, hang around these guys. There has to be emotion there. And I'm telling you, a walk's more important than a workout. A walk's more important than your career. A walk's more important, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm going to go on a walk tomorrow.
I go on walks in the middle of the night too, but it's the day walks really. Because, bro, I'm telling you, if you are depressed, the workout does help depression, but there's this walk. It's called the daydream walk. We call it day gazing in my internal server. So day gazing is, I don't know if you're familiar with Neville Goddard.
No.
He's the one who broke down an esoteric part of the Bible he goes a little far, but he pretty much says you can pretty much teleport to different places with your imagination. He goes far with it, but man, I'm telling you guys, like, the walk is ritualistic, right? So before I go on a date with a girl, I'll go on a walk and imagine her laughing at all my jokes. And then on the date, it literally starts happening. The same jokes.
You did that on your Fresh and Fit, the best podcast, right?
Oh, in Fresh and Fit, I'd sit in my room in a hotel for hours and Myron would be laughing. And then I'd be like, oh, wait, I don't see Myron laughing. I would pace around my hotel till I'm sweaty. Still, I don't see Myron. Put music on the shit. Oh, Myron laughed. Oh, Myron likes this egotistical Zherka. And then I would just be drenched in sweat. And I would go on a walk for 3 to almost 5 hours to really crack myself. And as soon as I'm at the peak of exhaustion, I used to crack an Adderall and Red Bull and sit down exhausted. And my brain would go, dude, you can't not talk right now. And Myron would be like, Zherka, are you ready? And then my brain would go, second wind. And I get this second wind, and I'd go so much harder, and I'd be so afraid of losing it. I wouldn't even let Sneeko or anyone else speak.
But you were really on a roll, though. What you're saying is true.
Yeah, and now look at my appearances with Myron's last one, that I don't do that whole practice. It's kind of flat.
There was a moment I was like finished my stream, and I was bored, and I turned on Fresh Fit, you're on. And I was watching it, and I was a little bit jealous because I'm like, because we used to go on together, and then you went on by, and I was watching it, and I was like, bro, this is, and I was just laughing. Like I never, like freshman, I do it all the time. And we're seeing you like, boom, like every single time you talk, the whole room, it was like stand-up comedy.
Yeah, but if I was to go on tomorrow, I could not do that, what I did last year. That last year took 3 to 5 hour preparation every day, right? And I still remember Icy and them, they would see me, they'd be like, bro, Fresh would run into me. He's like, dude, you're still on your walk? Bro, you're going to be late for the podcast. It's been 5 hours. And Fresh would pick me up in his truck, bring me to the podcast. I'm like, no, I got to go shower and stuff. So, yeah, I'm telling you, at the peak of exhaustion, there's a theta state, brainwave state. So where genius is in between the solar and lunar consciousness. It's in between. When Sneeko's right gazing, falling right into sleep, you know that mode?
Right now.
That mode is genius state. That's flow state.
Sleep deprivation.
Right? Also, another thing, bro, if you're ever reading a book and you're reading it when you're half asleep, you will dominate that book. If you've done the book conscious, unconscious sleeping, and in between is that theta state. This is the most important thing. Tesla talked about it. Einstein talked about it. Einstein had this interesting practice that when he gets sleepy, he'd hover over a table and wait until his pencil dropped. And the pencil would wake him up when it dropped, and then he'd write his genius idea. In between this unconscious and conscious state is genius levels of activity. I can't reach it like Einstein. I can't reach it at a table. That's why I do 4-hour hikes, and they cannot be lifting weights. It has to be full-on exhaustion in a fasted state, so you're in that Ezekiel's vision type state.
That's how the prophets were revealed the Quran and things like that. That's how they got the message of God, was fasting and
exhaustion. You guys have been in this state before. If you guys play football, soccer, in your most exhausted moment when you start just flowing. Yeah. You know, in sports, when you start flowing, that is that state. So that flow state is super important. Now, if you don't believe me, watch me go on Fresh and Fit, let's say tomorrow. And you're going to be like, what happened to Zherka? Because now that I make money, I don't really take the preparation that serious. Back then, it was like, bro, I need money to live out here. You know, it was very different. So I would take it very serious. And you can do that with anything. You can do that with sports. You can do that with anything. But
Christian 33 says, Jesus walked a lot. Yes, Jesus walks. Jesus walks.
I don't think Sneeko does the boxing thing, but I still think Sneeko should have that Mr. Beast walk. It's a genius.
Yeah, I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. Because boxing, like when I get to that exhaustion point.
But you know, it has to be a flat mind. It can't be you getting anxious. I got to stream later. It has to be like the walk. You have to
meditative.
You have to go into it's a Western meditation practice, so it's imaginative. Meditative is blank. Imaginative is colorful, like with imagination, which Sneeko couldn't meditate. He's too Western-minded. Jung said people like us, Westerners, go. If they try meditation, they go crazy. We need to use imagination because we're Westerners. Meditation is a Chinese practice or an Asian practice.
You're right. I don't think I can pray, but I can't meditate.
Yeah, but again, that go phase is Western, and that meditative unconscious phase is the Eastern. This is that double-headed ego and masonry. Now check this out. There's no shot Sneeko will do that walk tomorrow without thinking, I got to finish. I got to do this. Which he's not going to be good.
Because I have expectations.
Now, when Mr. Beast does the walk, this is the first thing he tells himself. I can make a YouTube video whenever. I could go for a 1-month walk. I'm not in a deadline. That's why Mr. Beast can literally go to the next level.
I work better under pressure when I have a lot to...
But you can't imagine under pressure. No human can imagine under pressure. Everything's blank, right? Duck, 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 duck. Imagine something else. Duck, 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 duck. Yeah. And look how the brain works. Don't think of duck. Don't think of duck. It's still a duck. That's what I'm saying. You under pressure.
Wait, but why is this? When I came up with my best ever series idea, the 1 Minute Podcast, I was like, I need to do something. I'm not making money. I need to figure out a series. And I was in this apartment in Queens, and I took an Adderall, and I was smoking a lot of weed, and I had a blank notebook, and 3 hours alone. And then eventually I came up with the idea of the 1 Minute Podcast. I was like, I need to come up with an idea, empty journal, Adderall.
Explain the science, though. Where did the idea hit you? What were you doing?
In some random apartment in Queens.
No. Not where. Like that 48 hours, what was your system?
Before that, I was kind of depressed, and I was like anxious, and I was like, fuck.
What, so it was out of pressure? You crashed out of pressure?
Yeah, I was under pressure. And then I took Adderall and weed, and then I was like,
but you see, that is building a system where you can only win when you're at rock bottom. That's a dangerous system to build, right? If you want to understand how the brain works, every day promise. Sneeko says, if this is going to scare you, and this is what my clients who hire me one-on-one, what I teach them, and I'll give it to you for the God podcast because it's spooky. It's going to scare you.
Save it.
No. Fuck it. I love you guys. Check this out because this is going to be big. For my clients who want to know how the mind works, and it's very scary when you figure this out, I will have, let's say Sneeko's my client, right? He pays me money, and I break down how to always linger in a state, right? Because you want to anchor yourself in a feeling. Whatever the anchor is, it could be a symbol, a cross, it could be a song, it could be whatever. But check this out. If Sneeko came up to me, chat, look at this. I would say, Sneeko, we're going to do a 7-day spiritual cycle of you are not allowed to climb ladders. You are not allowed to climb a ladder no matter what happens this month. Every night before you go to bed, you're going to do a meditative practice for me. For 20 minutes, as you're calming down, entering theta state, say to yourself, I will not climb a ladder. I will not climb a ladder. And whatever you imagine, who cares? Just keep saying, I will not climb a ladder. Every one of my students who does this will find themselves randomly climbing a ladder. And they'll be like, what the fuck? And I took that from Goddard. And bro, I'm telling you, that's how the brain works. You say, I'm not going to climb a ladder. I'm not going to climb a ladder. What do you think you're imagining? What do you think is coming that week, that month? Yeah, your brain doesn't work on, I will do this, I won't. It works on imagination. I will not climb a ladder. I will not. It's very, now, we don't use the ladder example because obviously that's like rare. We'll use an example like, I will not wear a red shirt. And he'll promise me. And every night he'll focus, I will not wear a red shirt. But as he's saying that, he's imagining himself wearing a red shirt, which means within the week he's watering that seed, and he will randomly put it on. And it's not like he put it on to notice. He'll do stuff. Sneeko will literally grab cups. He'll fucking make something in the kitchen, and then he'll look in the mirror and go, oh, I fucked up, Zherka. And I'll be like, that's exactly how the brain works. That you don't understand how the unconscious works, bro. This is a mirror. It's a mirror. So, yeah.
Woman is supposed to have her hair covered, but nobody ever calls that out. Nobody advocates for women to do that. In fact, they spend more time saying Muslim women are oppressed. And again, you started this by saying, isn't it retarded that you said Mary's wearing a hijab? You don't even know what hijab means. It means headscarf in Arabic.
I know.
People hear the word hijab and they're like, this is a funky Arab, this is a funky Muslim word. It just means headscarf in Arabic.
Word, come on. Yeah, but the word came out 600 years after Christ. Amen.
It's a translation of a word. It's not a new word.
Yeah, it's a translation of our word from Aramaic and Greek.
Okay, so would you have preferred I said Mary's wearing a headscarf the same way Muslim women are wearing headscarves? Maybe Christians should follow suit.
I did attack that. I attacked every day you attack Catholicism, and then you go, I'm just asking questions.
I don't think
Ryan
it's attacking.
Garcia's mad for no reason.
I don't think it's attacking.
Garcia's mad for, I think he has good reason. I think that, he is a.
Do you consider that an attack? Do you consider that an attack? Trying to. In fact, I think I'm advocating for Christianity.
I've been defending Sneeko, but the last 2 weeks is just attack on Catholicism. Why are you taking?
How is that an attack?
1.5.
How is that an attack? Is that am I not defending? Listen to my
argument. You say we worship. You said we worship Mary. That's not an attack.
That's wait. What do you? Do you know Catholicism? Yeah. Hail Mary is a prayer. I grew up Catholic.
Hail Mary, yes.
Okay. Am I wrong?
And
do you not pray to Mary?
So where are the 1,000 pages about Mary? Why is it all about Christ? You dumbass.
Okay, but you're changing.
Are you stupid? Are we worshiping that? Hold on. Are we worshiping 1,000 pages of Christ, or are we going for what one little prayer you want to take out of context? Like, you're so stupid.
Okay. Do you pray to Mary? Do you pray to Mary or no?
We say Hail Mary. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't. It doesn't mean we're praying to. You're saying? Do you pray to the Kaaba?
No.
You got fucking smoked, bitch.
No.
You got fucking smoked.
We
You
prayed.
got smoked. That's why you froze. That's why you froze. You got smoked right there.
No.
Hey, I'm just doing a whole ring around. You literally have to pray in a cube's direction, you dumb fuck.
Towards
You're getting
towards
smoked.
is not.
You're getting smoked.
Okay. Praying towards is not praying to. Hail Mary is no one says Hail
Really?
Kaaba.
How about this?
No one says
which
Hail
direction?
Kaaba. The direction is not asking the
Which direction is
Kaaba.
Mary? Oh, Sicko, I found Mary. She's in this direction. I used my Dawa app.
Okay. First off, you expose. You're saying stupid. Catholics all in here. Now you're differentiating for them. You do pray to Mary. You don't need to be offended by that. That's part of the faith. Why are you rolling your eyes about something you do?
Check this out. When you say a Catholics pray to Mary, you're saying thousands of pages, and the prayer is about the Creator. You're saying we believe Mary's the Creator.
No, I didn't say that. I did that. You keep making up. You just keep making up things that I didn't say.
Who's the Creator in Catholicism?
God, of course. But that's not what I said. The same, Zherka, you're not understanding anything I'm saying.
Hold on. So who do you pray to as a Catholic? God?
You pray to a lot of things. You pray to saints. You have prayers for saints. You pray to Mary. You pray to Jesus. You pray to God.
Have you ever asked a family member for your blessing? We've seen it on your clips where you guys hug each other.
Hugging is not asking for a blessing.
No, we've seen you pray
prayer.
for me, brother. I pray for you, brother. You're Palestinian. I pray for you.
No. But we don't say hail.
Hold on. And so I can ask Muslim Lantern for pray for me, brother. But I can't ask what a saint.
Yeah,
for their
asking for somebody to pray for you is different than praying to something. I'm not praying to any man.
We should all pray for each other, Sneeko.
Of course we should, but you don't even. We should pray for each other, but you don't pray to something. You don't ask to be hailed for something. How do you not understand that?
Find me one video of a Catholic praying to a saint. Oh my God, you answered my prayer, Saint Michael. Like, stop.
Oh, that's everywhere. That's everywhere.
Really?
Zherka, you don't know Catholicism.
And
yes.
That's like saying there's stupid people everywhere.
Have you been to Catholic church? This is in every Catholic church. This happens.
Really?
Yes. You pray to you have specific prayers for saints. Catholics have saints that are in the house. They have statues of Mary, and you pray to that specifically. You don't know Catholicism at all, but you're arguing for it. This is the basis of your religion.
So you're saying that every single Catholic theologian just got it wrong, and Sneeko and the Muslim gang got it right? That's kind of hard to swallow.
They would agree with me. They would agree with me. You do pray to Mary.
Hold on. Orthodoxy is pretty close to Catholicism, kind of, right? Kind of. Didn't your boy Lantern get smoked? Two intellectuals going at it. It was like the most humiliating debate. At one point, he said Sneeko's audience is Christian. That's why I'm losing the debate.
Okay, you keep shifting what we're talking about. Okay, you keep shifting what you're talking about. We originally started, you got angry because I said, because you think I'm attacking Catholicism. I think I'm defending it by trying to preserve it. We see the way that Mary is dressing. If she's the best example for a woman, me saying, look at the way she's dressing now. If you're going to say Muslim women are being oppressed, Christians should follow the example of her. Instead of having like OnlyFans girls wear the cross and this stuff, there should be more advocates for people to dress the way Mary did and cover the head the same way that she did when Christianity was created. That's not an attack. See, you don't hear it. Christians are like, you're pointing it out. Do you not even see what I'm saying?
But why would anyone believe, like, think about it. Your intellectual limit is if Zherkas says he saw Myron flying in the sky. Now, Sneeko's next to him and goes, yeah, Zherkas not lying. But your whole intellectual paradigm is the fact that you believe Myron's flying 600 years after Zherkas witnessed that flight. That your whole religion starts off with an L. All of it.
Okay.
600 years of L.
Okay, sure. Do you know what we believe in Islam about this? We believe that a lot of people did practice monotheism, pure monotheism, but it was corrupted and it was changed.
It's a circle. You believe that the Old Testament is corrected. The Old Testament is verified. The Quran is verified because of the Old Testament. but anything don't like, that's the devil. That's wrong. So it's a circle. You have circular logic for your religion. That's what Jay Dyer said.
No,
it was actually
that's not
I've
circular
said it
logic.
before, but
It's
I've said
because
it badly.
the companion
You said it a lot better than I do.
Okay, there's different people that took the religion afterwards and corrupted it, like the Pauline Christians and the Jewish Christians and this, and that people that the chosen people rejected the prophets. We believe the message was sent, but it was misunderstood by some people. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he came, he made sure that it was never changed and it was never going to be corrupted. We believe that Abraham, Moses, Jesus, they all worship God.
Don't you guys kill each other? Aren't there Muslim sects that kill each other on some that believe God has attributes and the others don't believe that?
That's just a dumb argument. So, like,
don't Muslims kill each other over that?
Trying to attribute the flaws of people in the religion is not reflective of the religion as a whole. Like, that's what argument are you making?
I don't do what you do. I don't go live and say this is what's wrong with Islam. This all you do with Catholicism. No. And bro, I can just start right here. You want to start right here? You believe when you die, you get 72 virgins and have an erection for eternity. You really want to go
this is maybe the fifth time
you believe in eternal.
You keep making statements that you don't know things about.
Hey, let's talk about marriage. Like, bro, you don't get to talk about marriage. You believe in an eternal. You believe
that's not true.
Viagra?
That's not true. But why are you so offended about my comment about
the way? Why is it not true?
Why you get offended?
Why is it not true?
Because source it. Where are you bringing up this thing about an erection? Where you keep saying these things like Allah prays to Muhammad? Where are you getting this?
Sneagle, isn't paradise eternal?
Yes.
And 72 virgins would be a lot of sex.
Okay.
So maybe not infinite, but for the rest of eternity, you're having sex with 72 Fatima.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And paradise is supposed to be, if you're not enjoying it, you don't want to do it. What a silly argument.
Let's go. Hijab.
Okay.
Hijab. Look, it's a hijab.
You're making fun of the way Mary dressed by doing that, right? You realize that.
Stop it.
Why does that get you?
You're calling it a hijab. You're calling it a hijab because Christians told you what the word is, and you guys have to translate it in Arabic because you guys started 600 years later as a DLC after the Christian mystery.
Okay, what is it about that word? Is it the fact that it's translated to Arabic? What are you angry about when it came to my statement about
I'm angry that you guys are trying to hijack the narrative 600 years late. That's like if I came 600 years later to Power Rangers and I said, you know, maybe the Green Ranger's a bad guy. Maybe I'm going to switch this. Like, who the fuck am I to do that?
Mm-hmm. Okay, a couple things.
I'm not the creator.
Do you not see the point I'm making where Trump says something that are very clearly anti-Islam and trying to stir up hate, and then he says, happy birthday, Mary, and she looks exactly the way Muslims dress? Do you see the double standard there?
Honestly, I don't even give a fuck. I gave you guys so many chances, and all my Twitter feed is you fucking Muslims hating on Catholicism.
Do you think that's hate?
Like,
you think that's hate?
Catholics aren't.
That's hate?
What is it then? What is it?
That's pointing out double standards and hypocrisy.
What is it? What do you call that? Do you call that correcting the religion?
No, that's pointing out. That's pointing out.
Your God has.
Okay, that's pointing out hypocrisy.
I go tweet your God has two right. So Steve, I'll just go live every day and I'll tweet your God has two right feet.
Yeah, there's a difference between saying something that's factually incorrect and making an observation about dress. Let's talk about something we both believe in. America First, the Nick Fuentes movement, right? What does he believe in? Catholic Taliban.
You don't even believe in that.
Okay, yes,
you're
I do.
You're anti-white now.
I'm not anti-white.
Why are you anti-white?
What are you talking about? You
made a tweet, if you're a white man, you can't be proud of your history.
I didn't. Why are you just making stuff up? I'm saying guys who jerk off. No. I'm bringing out the fact that you got like this side of the internet. You'd be like, I'm a white supremacist Christian. There's no such thing as white supremacy in Christianity. That's retarded. You guys jerk off about the Roman Empire and the answers because of my Aryan blood, Christ is king. What? That's dumb. Jesus was not even white.
No, it's not dumb. No, it's not dumb because the people who held the cross closest to their hearts were the white people. So you can make an argument that these guys are preserving the faith. These guys are closer to the church.
Yeah, that's like if Muslims were saying that Arabic people are superior.
They do.
No, we don't. No, we don't. There's hadith from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet Muhammad said, "No Arab is superior to any non-Arab. No black is superior to a white. No white is superior to a black. Everyone is equal." That's hadith.
Okay, if that's true, then how come all your clerics there's not one Filipino?
Because it's new.
You're not allowed to have. You're not a Catholic.
talking
You
about?
can be a Catholic.
You can be.
You can be a Catholic. There's
a very
Catholic
renowned Malaysian.
system.
There's a very renowned Malaysian mufti that everybody respects, and they ask him. He has videos go
Oh
viral
yeah,
all the time.
they're in the Saudi royal family.
Okay, that's also stupid.
You guys are
Like,
just
the royal family of a country has nothing to do with the religion, first off. Second off, let me make the point of something that we have similar. Okay.
They gatekeep it, actually.
Nick always talks about the Catholic Taliban, how he wants to have Sharia law in a Christian way, how women should be conservative. And you're saying yourself that women should cover themselves up, and you agree with that. Me talking about the way... No, wait, let me finish the point. Me talking about the way Mary...
in your book.
Sure.
Your book is a copy pasta.
Great. Me talking about the way Mary dresses is, in fact, bringing back some traditional values. There should be more pressure. Instead of saying, Muslims are hating on us, why don't you look back into the scripture and see the way the religion originally was and apply some of that logic today?
Okay, so then by your logic, you should tell women to wear a scarf because it's from the Bible and Muslims copied it.
Okay, so
it's so easy. This is like the easiest person to debate.
Okay, should Christian women cover their heads?
Yes.
Okay, then we agree on that. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I am saying when I talk about the way Mary dresses. If Muslim women are going to follow by her example, so should Christian women. But you don't get that.
Yeah,
you're like, I don't pray to a woman. I don't. Christ is king. I'm white Aryan. Look past it. See what I'm really saying. See what the important message is to take from there. Maybe we should hold females to the same standard that we held Mary to.
No, Stinko, you don't like when white nationalists are proud because you're mixed. But since you're like the good-looking Nike model who's like, no. If you're a good-looking Nike model who's a millionaire and famous and has a good life, you don't get to be depressed that you're mixed. That's fucking retarded. You have the same life as some fucking Chad, right?
How are you completely...
Hold on.
Christians bring in this about race all the time.
You're one of the good ones, but if you look at the studies, mixed race people are fucking stupid.
What does that have to do with what I said about Christian women covering themselves?
You're all for the controversial studies. So read those studies. Mixed race is bad news. Is bad.
Okay. Do you see how you guys bring in race and all this and nationalism and white identity too much into faith? This has nothing to do with faith.
Because a higher IQ, if you have higher IQ babies, smarter babies, it brings the level of economic prosperity up for everyone. Everyone benefits, even you half-breeds. You should be pro or anti-race mixing. You should be for it if you want to build the best society.
No. All my beliefs and everything I believe in goes back to Quran Sunnah. That's what Muslims believe. We don't believe in anything that we're brothers in America. We're brothers based off whiteness. We're brothers based on the Ummah. That's it. We're brothers in Islam. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Okay, so right now I'm Sneeko, and I believe that it's good to promote a lower IQ society.
Okay, I mean that has white people can
become. Just say it.
If you believe whites and Asians are higher IQ, you realize that there's a lot of Muslims that are white. You're from Albania. There's a lot of Muslims in Asia.
There's Balkans. Yeah, I think the Balkans should be listening to Germans. Yeah, I do.
You know what's funny? Isn't Japan the highest IQ country in the world?
But I'm not making that argument. I'm making the argument that why would you want societies to lower over time? I'm not going to the tippy top of like the Japanese guy's going to rule. I'm saying, shouldn't all societies say, hey, stay within your caste, stay close, and you will at least give the child a better life? Don't you want your kid to have a better life?
Okay. If you are believing that in race realism and then the high IQ thing, Japan I think has the highest IQ out of any countries. Guess what? The fastest growing religion in Japan is Islam.
Oh, wow. And
so if you're saying you want high IQ baby, then I can have a child with a Japanese woman who grew up with Islam.
Over 10,000 years, how many Muslim Japanese have been born?
It's the fastest growing right now.
How many Muslim Japanese babies? Fucking dojo babies. How many
Do you not understand by fastest growing today? Do you not know what that means?
Yeah, no, fastest growing is saying we're still behind the Christians for another 150 years. We know this. We know this.
Okay. If Christianity...
we're second place.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is this? Japanese babies is the argument. Japanese people, was it 99% of them are not Muslim? Is it 99 points?
Yeah, I said it's the fastest growing there.
They're so high IQs.
Well, if we follow that, and maybe 100 years, 200 years, it's going to be majority Muslim very soon.
No, but Zico, you got to say the statistic back to me.
Well, it's stupid. You're saying that if you want your future generations to be high IQ and all this stuff, Japan has a declining birth rate before Islam became the fastest growing religion. Now that Islam is the fastest growing religion in Japan, the birth rate most likely is going to grow. And it's going to be different. We can have this conversation again in 100 years, something like that. Okay, and it won't be the same.
In 100 years, it'll go from 99% of Japanese people not being Muslim to what?
I haven't looked at what's your argument?
You're right. The argument you're making is right. Japanese people are geniuses. Percent of them are fucking crushing it.
Okay.
You're still dumb.
All right. Well, again, this is the problem that I find with Christians on the right wing. You keep bringing race into something that in faith has
no nigga podcast. You should be after that. It's like, let's say if I was let's say I was the Jewish manager, I would feed Sneeko 10 high value guests. He would see his whole chat say this is the best content ever. They don't ask for coffee right now. They don't even ask for me unless I'm talking about the topics they like. I'm saying, bro, it's time to evolve, and you only evolve by cutting yourself, get away from it. Like, go visit these people, but what the fuck did you prove going with Fuzi and blah, blah, blah? Bro, these people are, Fuzi's bringing the girls around. He's not even doing the Fuzi thing. Everyone is, if I go to Miami, I feel like I also go to the girls thing for a bit, and it's such a waste of time. If I were you, pick a location where you can live like Tate, get the castle for cheap, then you can have the supercars or whatever toys you like or whatever. Then you realize you're bored of those toys, so you just want content all day. You find a station, get rich as hell, and have high-value guests. Because, bro, Sneeko of last year is way dumber than Sneeko of this year. You're evolving into better content. You might as well start. I think you should just grab a manager who tells you this guest. Or if I were you, just copy Joe Rogan. You don't need a manager. Just copy Joe Rogan. Take his guests. Because, bro, if you want,
I think you're really overstating Joe Rogan's high-value guests. Like, he does bring on some scientists here and there, but he's bringing a lot of.
He don't have Convy. He does.
He does actually. He does. He does. He has a lot of mediocre comedians come on his show all the time.
Is Convy a comedian?
To jerk off, yeah, he is. To jerk off about the art of stand. Yes, he is. To jerk off about the ideas of stand-up comedy. Yes, he is. If he's not a comedian, what is he?
Streamer.
Yeah, which is an art form of comedy. It's the same thing. Streaming is the same thing as stand-up comedy. It's like no different at all. Especially because most stand-up comedy is all crowd work now. It's all in the moment.
Fine. Sure, you're right. Let's say he is a comedian. He is. Doesn't that mean 80% of Joe Rogan's guests are still high value, minus those comedians? You don't have you. I feel like who did you have on that talks about the stuff? Get a scholar that talks about gyms and stuff. Follow these podcasts that evolve. Don't just be a YouTuber.
Okay. I was going to ask about Jung and ask about how do you think I could elevate that without guests. I've been reading more Jung. It's getting repetitive.
The fastest way.
Jung is getting repetitive. Jung is just like shadow self improve. It's a lot of like for me, it seems like a step down from Islam. It's saying have positive thinking, have a goal, create, like make a difference, all this stuff. It all just seems like secondary to Islam.
Jung is saying man is mostly unconscious for most of his day, and until he can make that unconscious part of himself become conscious, it will direct his life, and he will call it fate. That's what he's saying. It's a lot deeper than you think. And
explain that again. Explain that again.
Basically, if a man has this unconscious drive in him that pushes him to do stuff, he doesn't understand why he does it, right? And you like to rationalize it, but no one can see behind them. No one can see the shadow. And until you make that part of yourself conscious, that part, that whatever's inside of you will push you to do things that you'll just say is fate, that the events that just happen. And it's scary to admit, because then you have to admit that you're not controlling the wheel. You're not in control of the wheel. One day you'll wake up, I need to go to the gym because you don't know why, but you have to go to the gym, whether it's a positive or a negative thing. Maybe you blow off chilling with a friend and you ruin that friendship for the gym because of some deeper insecurity or whatever. But the whole thing that you get into here is deeper thinking, where it's like, wait a minute, I know Sneeko, but Sneeko don't know himself. Like, what is behind Sneeko? What is behind Zherka? If you don't unravel this, you spiral out of control and kill yourself.
Okay, here's the most
argument. Wouldn't it be a scarier world if you knew why? Because then you know God's plan.
Well, we do. I mean, everything is prophesized. We do know that the end times are coming. We know that Jesus is going to return. We know that the Jews are trying to summon the Antichrist called the Mashiach. We know that this is supposed to happen. We know that 90% of the population is going to get wiped out. We know the majority of the population.
This is why I want to live with Sneeko, bro. I love this content. We have not done Jewish Moshiach content in a year, and you try to trick me with Europa. Let's react to Europa. There's better shit out there, bro. There's better shit out there. I want to JQ harder, man.
Well, that's not even JQ. I'm just like, all this stuff is predetermined. Most people are going to follow when the Mashiach, the false Messiah, returns, or no, when he arrives, most people are going to fall for him. That's predetermined.
Yeah. One in the chat if we should just go outside of a synagogue and ask these questions in the streets of New York.
I've tried to, but they don't like to talk. They don't really like to. They'd rather stay secretive about this stuff. Also, we would need security and stuff like that. I mean, this stuff is in the books. Like, you don't even need to. You know what? If I do end up staying, we should get a rabbi on and just asking questions. But they don't want us to know this information, so they're gonna lie.
Yeah, I would love to bring some text from the Talmud and be like, yo, can you interpret these? Because there is this Jewish guy on YouTube who breaks down the whole, yes, we are God's chosen people. And when people want to convert to Judaism, we always ask them, why would you want to take on the 612 mitzvahs and blah, blah, blah? And why would you want to take on such a task? And when I was thinking of like ancient Judaism, I'm like, you know, it was a big task. Like to convert to a Jew is like, it's not the fun part, it's the hard part. And that's when I realized, I'm like, am I being brainwashed? Is this guy getting to me? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm going to interview these guys.
Yeah, it takes like 7 years or something. And even then, I think in their book, it says that they're never really accepted. Like the converted Jew is not considered on the same level as an actual like ethnic Jew. Whereas a Muslim or like a Christian, once you convert, you're part of the team. It's very simple. But also, I like the fact that your dad thinks that we don't appreciate our blessings and stuff. Because if you have like a layer of depression, which I know you have and I have, then you're always going to keep on working. Then you stay hungry. And then you're always going to be striving. I think that if I was too not grateful, if I was too happy with my circumstances, then I wouldn't work hard. Part of the reason why I'm always striving and like spending weeks and thousands of dollars on a documentary I make no money on is because I still need to feed that hungry artist that's there, that hungry.
That's the thing, bro. The painting is not made by the painter. The painter is made by the painting. If you don't exercise that artistic talent, you go crazy. You go fucking crazy, right? It's an archetypal pattern, which is like just an organizing principle of energies that flow through man. And you have the artist one. That's why I think you have to keep doing documentaries. But I always hate saying this because anytime I say this, I always forget. This is like when people say this shit to me, I go, holy fuck, that's a lot of hours. Because isn't it a lot of hours for that one?
That was a lot of work. A lot of editing, a lot of like recording, translators, traveling. Just
long. I was surprised how long it was. I was like, whoa, Sneeko did a long one.
Just the travel, all that. It was I would say 20 to 30 hours of work on that you make.
Actually talking to humans, that's the one reason I'm staying, because I'm like, holy, it's been 10 years since Twitch, YouTube, all these industries were around some fucking weirdos, man.
But you got used to the chaos. It seems like you got used to that sort of energy. Have you?
Well, in my head, I'm a bouncer. So I'm like, yeah, that's not normal to have a fucking stripper friend. But in my head, I'm from the club, so I'm like, oh, this is a normal life. That's not normal at all.
No, it's really demonic.
Here, these bitches play with dough and bread here. They work in a regular shop. I haven't seen that in a while. I didn't even realize that you and I just stay in international cities. New York, Miami. No shit, we're around weirdos. If you make it no one can afford food in an international city. You have to really be out there. You have to be like fighting on the streets, Rich. You know,
Yeah.
you have to be wild to make it an When I realized that all of our friends, producers, managers, everyone we've ever interacted with is international city people, and they make these excuses like, I'm actually from Dallas. No, you did everything you could to make it to New York. So you're a fucking New Yorker. But as in you're a fucking slime ball.
The truth about the international city thing is the more densely populated a place is, the stronger the Jewish influence is. That means there's going to be more clubbing, there's going to be more gay stuff, there's going to be more usury, banking, all this. They come in.
And even if you avoid all of it, for some reason, you don't have peace of mind because it's happening downstairs from your building.
Yeah, they're running in the tunnels beneath the city, literally in New York. The further you go out, when you go to more rural, small town places, the less of Jewish influence there's going to be. A place like Bosnia has absolutely no Jewish influence. And then you see like, oh wait, there's no Starbucks here. There's not even a McDonald's in Bosnia. They have none of this large corporation thing. You don't see the giant, mystique billboard ads where they're selling painkillers. All that exists in the more densely populated international cities.
My favorite part of visiting Balkans is no one has a favor they can do me. Where in America, you'll meet someone like Kane. You know what I mean?
Go ahead, wait, explain.
And he'll have a favor. These managers will do you a favor, and a favor always comes at a cost. And then your life spirals a bit, and blah, blah, blah. Here, they kind of just, hey, I have nothing for you, Zherka, but let's kick it. And because they have no favor to give me, they don't fuck my life up at all. There's no like, I got to do something for you type shit. I really like being top dog here instead of being top dog in Miami. In Miami, it's, bro, go through your contact list of people you talk to in Miami, and you'll see how much you don't trust them. You're going to be shocked.
Yeah, off the top of my head, when I think about going back, I'm like, what's there? I don't have a girlfriend. There's chicks there, but I don't have a girlfriend. My friends are Myron and Fresh. And then even, how much does Fresh like me? Myron, I fuck with him. Let's be real, bro. Let's be real. I like Fresh, of course.
Why do you guys do this with Fresh?
No.
Why?
What up, guys? The amount of women that I've slept with, the fact that I don't have a child is just it's like when you're up at the casino. You got to know when you won and you need to leave the casino.
Yeah, you need to know when to leave the casino, bro. And that's why I'm worried about you. I'm like, what if you leave when you're my age? You're so fucked, bro. You're so fucked.
Why would I be fucked compared to you? What do you mean? What's the difference?
I'm saying I should have left earlier, bro. Even when I wasn't on the fame game, I lived in a nightclub, so I felt the fame, the wind, the whatever. So I kind of been fucking up so long, bro, I've condensed a lot of years. And many of them tried to get pregnant. Bro, I've almost punched a girl in the face for this shit. But I realized I'm never, ever playing this blackjack game. And if I do play the blackjack game, why not play it with just the average, normal European chick that doesn't have baggage? Why am I playing blackjack with Miami bitches who drive around with knives? I can name 2 chicks I've dated. I can name 2 chicks you've dated who carry fucking knives. Why the fuck are we dating girls who have knives?
It's so bad for your soul. It's so there's bitches in Miami trying to kill you. Literally, it sounds like I'm being facetious. That's the reality of it.
He's not joking, Chad, at all.
I want to read you a message. There was one girl I met in Mostar in Bosnia. I'm not going to say her name to dox her because whatever. I met her out, and just it wasn't even in a improper setting, just sitting outside. And I talked to her and her friend, got her number, blah, blah, blah. And then she texted me. She said, I just found out about Letter from Bosnia. Watched it and cried my heart out. To present our homeland in this way, especially Srebrenica, truly means a lot. Thank you. That meant more than fucking 10 strippers in Miami.
Miami girl who will say that. There's no Miami girl will be like, yo, Sneeko, that letter from Bosnia reminded me how I stabbed up the hood. You know what I mean?
Just that too, that's steal my stuff. No, yeah, keep going with that old Sneeko. This is what it is, man. If they were stealing your stuff, you would do the exact same thing.
He literally is not taking any of your money, at all.
That's exactly what he's doing.
How much did he take?
Well, it's so now it's the amount of money.
Yeah. I want to. Yeah, if it's a penny.
Well, you just said it's 4,000. If he has 300,000 people live and it's going for hours, depending on how many ads he rolls on there, he can make a couple thousand a night, and that should be my money. Fuck that.
But a couple thousand to you is nothing. To him,
I don't care. All that. Yes, it is. That is something. Don't strike him. People do that because they want to learn in the real world. Zherka, bro, fuck those guys.
No, we just buy them out.
Croatia on top, Catholic theocracy. Keep spamming El Sneeko. I want to see all you fucking nerds who don't know how to make money online.
You know what's funny is I always have this problem with top influencers where they do that and I do this. Am I supposed to be a wolf like them?
You know what? It's not even about this guy too. It's about the fact that it's on YouTube. That it's on the platform. It's on the me and took away 10 years of my work and stole 150,000 when I got banned.
You use it.
Fuck that.
You use that
I do not use React. Most of the stuff I was watching was on Rumble today. And all the other videos I react to, I just couldn't find on Twitter, so I used YouTube, bro. Fuck that. Fuck YouTube. Well, let me log into Steam.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Keep coming. Keep it coming.
You're actually
everybody
insane.
saying elbow, keep it coming.
I'm sorry I snitched you out. I didn't know he's fucking...
No, everybody rat out all those channels too. I'm sick of that.
Wait, are you going to a synagogue?
Yeah.
What the... I didn't know that would happen. My bad, dude. I've been watching you every night. I watch you more than my channel. And I only watch Zherka. Damn. I'm glad I didn't say other names. Actually, I started nuking all you guys. Like, I would get the most money if I strike these guys and they all just came to my channel. But I like seeing different comment sections about me that aren't like super hardcore fans that are just like, oh, Zherka's cool, but he talks too much. I like seeing that too. I don't want to just see my people. Fucking ruthless businesswoman, Pokemon. Yeah, that's the Zoomer energy, yeah.
Bro, Zherka used my bathroom and left toilet paper all over the toilet.
It doesn't even flush. His toilet doesn't even flush. I flushed it once and it didn't work.
There's water all over the counter. There was Q-tips on the floor.
Only women are clean like you, bro.
Just trashed my bathroom, bro. I just hired a maid to clean my place, and you trash it. And then they're gonna make the El Sneeko jokes, right? But you're not a fucking
dude. You're actually copyright striking a dude yourself right now.
Yeah, 100%. Everybody on YouTube stealing my content like that, bro. No.
Hey, you are an OnlyFans girl. This is what OnlyFans girls do. Let us bootleg. What are you logging into Steam for? What are you gonna...
I want to play comedy night. Hey, Zherka, if you could live in any country...